Hi, my name is Carlene. This is my channel, See What See. We are on board Seven Seas Voyagers for a 10-day cruise of the Mediterranean with stops in Istanbul, Dubrovnik, Croatia, Rome, and concluding in Barcelona, Spain. Come along. Good morning, it's Carlene. This is See What See, and today we are doing the wine tram here in Dubrovnik, Croatia. It should be a lovely day. We have great weather. We pulled into port this morning. We are here for 2 days. In this town, I'm going to be doing wine tasting and then a historic walking tour on the second day. Come along. This excursion started with a 30 to 45 minute coach ride that was included in the excursion costs, which are complimentary on Regent. This was one of the included fares or included excursions into your cruise fare. And so this started with this coach ride through town, and we were able to see the kind of countryside as well as we passed by the airport, which I found it interesting to see what their airport was looking like. It was kind of small. Our first stop was a 5-century-old wine estate that was ran by a family, and our bus guide also served as the interpreter.
Inače biti bijelo vino, to je isto naša autohtona sorta grožđa koja je zasađena prva na ovu području za vrijeme Dubrovačke republike, Dubrovačka Malvasija.
The first wine we have is the one I told you in the past, Malvasia of Dubrovnik.
Light and refreshing. So this estate, I think they said over 500 years old. And we are able to view the old cellars here. Smells very rustic in here. And again, this is another excursion included with the Regent experience. So good to see. Now I don't have to worry about picking where you want to go. After sampling a few of the wines as well as olive oil, it was time to get back on the tram to head to the next vineyard. So now we are heading to our second stop, and don't be like me, I forgot to bring cash. Bring cash for these smaller towns, because they probably don't have cards. So. All right, so we are at stop 2, which is the meal.
Hello.
Thank you very much.
Here there's water, there's
Hi, thank you.
hello.
This is a little sweet snacks. There are some items for sale, so bring a few euro with you. During the second stop, we toured 2 well-preserved water mills.
Now water running down into the river, into the propeller. Today it is cold, but system is saying wheat, barley, any kind of grain.
So the corn is coming out there and becoming finely ground here. So now we are walking to see another meal somewhere that was well preserved. For this excursion, you will be on uneven surfaces, so want to mind your step. Wow, so clear. This water is very clear. Get a nice scenic walk here. I also see why they made us do this walk before getting the wine. So this mill behind me is known for making wool, and then the lady is showing us how to spin everything.
And they made the blankets.
So you got apple juice and some water. So it's cool to witness the power of water. So we saw water churn up corn, and then we saw the power of water on a mill to make wool. So we have another stop. I'm not sure where we're going, but we get back in the train for another ride. Dovrenik is very ancient and very scenic, so I love that they preserved a lot of the older buildings. Our third stop in the tour was a family-owned olive oil press.
In 2012, and this is the last one.
Once again, the guide on the bus gave us an overview of the operations. Even though the owner could speak English, he was a little shy. And then it was up to actually try some of the products. Watch my head and step. That was fun. All right, we get a snack and get to try some of the olive oil as well as get some more wine. All right, we are at our last stop on the wine tram. I was told this is a surprise, so I have no idea where we're going. But all right, and we're off. And just like that, we were off to our fourth and final stop on this wine tram ride. And on this stop, we would head to a local family's winery where we were able to taste what their offerings were. My microphone died here, so I'll be doing a little bit of narration. We encountered another bus from Regent, so it's good to know that when you're off doing their excursions, you're often going to be paired with other Regent excursions at some point during your visit. This winery, we were able to meet some of the grandchildren who had started creating wine themselves, and they were talking about the local economy is pretty rough for young individuals. However, this young lady's goal was to become a master vintner, and I was able to try grappa, which is a very strong liqueur from Italy, and it had a kick. After a full day of touring wineries and olive farms, it was time to be back on the ship. Today we have a couple of ships in port that I have not seen before. We have Morella Cruise Line as well as Costa Delizioso. We spent the evening in port in Croatia, and it was Halloween, so there were a variety of themed activities, including this spooky dessert, as well as a Halloween party. And then the next day, I went on the second excursion that I elected, which was a historic district walking tour, a historic Croatia walking tour. However, I believe that tour was canceled, and I ended up doing something self-guided. Okay, I cannot believe that we're already on day 6. I am here killing some time before the shuttle. Apparently shuttles only run once an hour, and it looks like I will be on the last shuttle at 10 o'clock, so I will only have about an hour to roam around Dovrenik. I'm gonna put some euros in my bag just in case I cannot find where the shuttle pickup is, but I'm gonna do wishful thinking. I'm down here on deck 5 in it's like a coffee area. I'm not sure the actual name of it. And they have always like a breakfast or lunch spread. So enjoying that and killing a few more minutes before heading downstairs to jump on the 10 o'clock shuttle. The casino is pretty small and empty. Not really too many people here at any given. Few rows of games, cashier, there's an ATM or bill breaker. Looks like they do have tournaments every day. There was a short line on the way out off the ship, so I decided to film this quick little synopsis of the deck plans, and then I got on the free shuttle. So they offer a shuttle to town. This is how we're gonna get there. This is the shuttle schedule, so only once an hour. Some people are just gonna hoof it. Alrighty, so I made it to Old Town. It takes about a 15-minute ride, free shuttle from the port. May only have about 20 minutes here. And we only have about 20 minutes here, so I'm gonna do some quick exploration. But I heard this is where they film Game of Thrones, so I'm gonna try to find those stairs. Okay, so spoiler alert, I did not find the Game of Thrones steps. However, what I found were impeccable views and well-preserved history. Some kayaking down there. Oh wow. Alright, so we're now inside of the old city walls. Really nice. I'm trying to see if I can find the Game of Thrones steps. Hey, how are you? Hey! Good to see y'all. Trying to find the Game of Thrones steps. Oh, it's 15 euros to climb the city walls. All right, they're gonna have like 10 more minutes before I have to get back to the shuttle. So. We visited on either a Sunday or a holiday. I can't recall. However, most of the shops were closed, but you get a view of what it looks like to be inside the city walls. And y'all, Game of Thrones fans, tell me this does not look like a scene from the show. I'm just trying to find the steps and a magnet. Very simple mission for today. Dovrenik, Croatia is known for its lavender scent, so I be sure to stop by those 2 tables on the left here to grab some lavender goods. While I did not find the Game of Thrones steps, I found a Game of Thrones novelty store that was open and took a couple of really cool pictures. I did ask the gentleman in the Game of Thrones shop where the steps were. He said they were very close to his store. However, there's construction, you won't be able to see them, so dang. So at least I tried. And glad to know that I didn't miss them on purpose. But they're simply under construction. Alrighty. Dovrenik was very scenic and cute. I hopped on the last shuttle from the town to the ship, and was able to board. However, I will note Regent does not play about boarding times, and literally after they load the last few tour excursions, even though it could be 20 minutes away from embarkation or leaving, they will pack up and go. Alrighty, we are sailing away from scenic Dovrenik, Croatia. Such a beautiful, cute town. The seas were so calm leaving Dovrenik. I had to just sit out and be mesmerized. It was almost like a blue satin ribbon watching the ocean pass by. So I exited the wrong way, but I got to come through the pool deck at night, and literally there's no one up here. The pool is actually technically still open, as well as the hot tubs, so that's kind of cool. But nothing is more nostalgic than those lights. It really kind of brings back the traditional feel of cruising. They have the bulbs that string across the deck. All right, this evening we are headed to Sette Mare, which is the Sette Mare, maybe, which is the Italian restaurant. And I literally just threw on something. I didn't want to leave my room, but nothing on the room service menu really kind of caught my attention. So let's see if they have space here. Here is included starters as well as soup, and I guess I enjoyed my meal so much that I didn't record what my main dish was. The very next day we were off in the port of Czechia, Rome. I got an up-close view of how MSC makes its money, which is through shipping. Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas, as well as Costa Fortuna, were in port on this day. Something to be mindful of is the Czechia cruise terminal is pretty industrial with a variety of freight ships, and you have to take a shuttle to get to the town before going onward. For Regent Seven Seas, this bus goes immediately to the excursion stops. However, if you were going to be a car or a cab, you would have to catch the regular shuttle to get outside of the port to then explore other transportation options. Morning, COC, and today we are on day 8 of a 10-day Mediterranean cruise on Regent Cruise Lines, and this is day 8, and we are here at Lake Brancino, which is one of the sources of water for Rome. We are also heading to a winery, so a little half-day excursion with a good ride through the countryside. It took about 45 minutes to get here. The town is pretty quaint. It's a Sunday, I believe, so there's not a lot of things that are open, or at least they won't be open until later, so couldn't try and eat pizza or anything, but it was a good kind of day to have. So yeah, we are off to meet the group for stop number 2, which is a winery and a farmhouse. Come along. So Lake Brancino was formed by, I think, the crater of a volcano, and essentially after years water has pooled down in here. It's used to bring water also to Rome, or was used to transport some water to Rome. So a very important lake for this area. This excursion, I kind of wandered around the lake. Many of the shops and restaurants were closed because it was early Sunday morning when we arrived. Therefore, I feel like they could have ended this excursion probably like 30 minutes earlier. It was a lot of downtime, and with nothing to see or really do, it was a bit of a waste. So I wish we spent more time at the winery, but Now it's time to be off to the winery after collecting some views at Lake Brancino. So that stop was a nice walk, but most of the cafes didn't open until 12, so didn't get any food or refreshments, and I don't know if people had any luck with getting to the restroom. So we are off now to the farmhouse, which we're going to do the wine tasting.
Which was made of a mix of olives from abroad, but then the manufacturing process is arranged in Italy. And because of this, you can say the olive oil can be considered Italian. But
all right, we've arrived to my favorite part, the winery.
Plus 11, that's the place to come. So feel free to line up. That's of course the array of bread, the raw one, which is very
Fresh bread, Pilsen patè, broccoli patè, chicken liver patè, pumpkin patè, quince and lemon, honey, grape jam. And we have 3 kinds of red wine: Cabernet Sauvignon dry, Montepulciano half dry, Sangiovese fructish, and 1 kind of white wine, Viognier half dry.
Ah, gentile una cosa, tranne questo qui, per il resto dei prodotti sono tutti adatti pure per i vegetariani.
Assolutamente sì, solo il patè.
Ok.
So this port is about an hour and 20 minutes or so away from Rome, the city of Rome. So today I decided, instead of getting on the bus and wasting an hour and 20 minutes on vacation, I would just stay on the ship and enjoy. I've seen Rome before. I was gonna press to get to vlog content, but yeah, I'm just gonna stay put. I never like leaving vacation and going back home feeling tired, so I am going to start scaling back so I can get ready for being back home. So Cecchivicchia is a very industrial port. There's container ships unloading. And you also have World America in port today. That's kind of cool to see. I'm sorry, World Europa, which World America will be designed similar to, I'm hearing. And then you also get to see MSC's shipping operation. I feel like this company is lying. Look, it says 0 emissions in port. Now, I'm not sure if that's a goal, because okay, Grimaldi, keep working on it, sis. It's so cool to see these massive ships being pulled out with the assistance of the tugboat so they don't get loose. Very cool to see. Is quietly leaving Cecchivicchia. I don't hear a lot of noise from the Musica sail away, so it makes me wonder if I'm not sure if this ship is leaving, and I also don't see people on the balcony, so I'm not sure what this ship is doing. Maybe just repositioning with crew. I'm not sure, but there's no music and no one on their balcony. So either it's a empty sailing, if you know what was the Musica, what was going on with the Musica on, today is November 4th. Is it being repositioned or what? Let me know. But it looks and sounds like it's almost like a ghost ship. Don't see anyone celebrating sail away. Interesting. We are officially leaving Cecchivicchia. Okay, I am heading down to, I believe there's some sort of crew showcase. That's different, so heading to see what that's like. Hopefully I made it in time and it's not over yet. The exciting part is actually one of the shows that I can actually record because they've asked not to have any recordings in shows. So. The Crew Capers show is a staff talent show that is unique to Regent Seven Seas, and here is a snippet of the talent.
The applause for the Voyager production company to produce spectacular shows for you. Keep one for the ladies from the Serene Spa and Wellness. The security team, welcome to the back of the gangway. Our sommeliers and bar staff, ladies and gentlemen. The housekeeping team. The restaurant team.
On the final morning, I got up for breakfast, and then it was time to head off the ship. This is CUSC, and thanks for traveling with me. That wraps up 10 full days on a Mediterranean cruise on Regent Seven Seas Voyager. I'm looking forward to getting back to the Med, and overall it was a solid trip. Turkey was amazing, Rome is always beautiful, and Spain, I gotta come back to see you. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye, Voyager! And that wraps up 10 days on Regent Seven Seas Voyager. Based on this video, let me know, do you think the included excursions were worth it, or would you go off and do something else? This is See It With C. Thanks for traveling with me. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.